Well, hello America, how are we doing today? Finishing up this cabinet work here. Got a little bit of over squirt out on the glue here. Clean that up a little bit. Just ever so fine work. There you go. Just one second. There we go. What do you think? This is one of the cabinets that's going in. This is one going over kind of close to the refrigerator. And let me pull it over here to you. You can see it's just plywood box, MDF on the bottom, medium density fiberboard. This is 1/2 inch, what do you call it, cabinet grade plywood. I need to sand these sides too a little bit. So I was gonna paint these, but it's kind of nice wood, especially like on the inside and everything. So you got some of that knots and stuff in here. So I think I'm just gonna stain it, make it look pretty. So, but anyway, on the front, this is it's that 9-ply or 7-ply plywood, and it's got a pretty nice, knots and stuff on it. And this is red oak trim, and once I stain it, they'll slightly be different colors. And I've got it set up. This drawer here, I didn't go full height on the sides here. It's wasted plywood, because you really don't stack that stuff that deep in there anyway. But anyway, this will go in here, and then this one will go on top. Okay. Now I can't hold them up there, but if you'll notice, see all the grain is in line, so it looks pretty. I would rather if it went sideways, but the piece that I cut it out of, I remembered to do that after I already cut it down. Think and measure and plan and think and measure, and then cut once. I goof up every so often. But anyway, there you go. That's what it's going to look like. We're going to stain it, and then I'm going to mount these in here. I got these drawer slides. I don't know, these might be too long. They're 18 inches. Yeah, they're about right. By the time this one end here, I think it's this end here has all the screws in it, so it's not, this is like 18.5 inches. So by the time you take that 1/2 inch where the screws are at, this is just the right size. So I'm gonna put them in there where they're going. Let's turn you around here. I'll move you over here. Where they're going is, come on, right down in here. Yep, right down in here. Now cabinet right there. And then up above this cabinet and this right here. Everything's backwards in the camera. It's like, doing that in the mirror. Anyway, I'm gonna put doors on that, I think. And anyway, I got some shelves, if you can see bend you up here. I've been working on this a couple days ago. Over here behind the TV, let me get in here. This TV's at an angle. Yep, hello. This TV's at not a 45, but a sharp angle here. There's a triangle back here. Well, I got a board back here. It's outside there. I got to paint it. Just paint it black. Put it in there, and then these shelves, and then I got to put oak trim around all of this to pretty it up and put a little lip here. And this is a place to set things like that right there. Bug sprays, so whatever, whatever you want to put in here. I'll put a little lip in here, just high enough to where when you hit the brakes, it doesn't all fall out. So that's the idea anyway. I'm sorry, I'm too tall for you. But anyway, we're getting there. Kind of trying to get this thing done because I plan on taking it on a vacation somewhere in June, I think. First week of June, probably head up to, I would consider going to, I keep looking at the screen, I should be looking at the camera. I was considering going up to the East Coast or Nova Scotia or someplace up in there. And I kind of maybe thought different of that. I think I might just go to Colorado. Go up there in Colorado for a couple weeks, and then after that mosey over, at the end of June, mosey over to Kansas to do weed harvest with my friend. And then that'll get me into around the 4th of July, and then I'll come back to work trucking. So I'm gonna finish up this, finish doing this stuff today. And I'm leaving in a couple days to go back to trucking. So with that said, Okay, ooh, let me get down here where you can see me. All right, what I got, everything cut through, and I got the belt sander out and kind of smoothed everything out and where it fits. This fits almost, I mean, just perfect right here and perfect there. What happened was, let's see here. This has a glass top, okay? And what I did is, as you can see this here, this is the frame. There's the burner element and all that stuff in there. And this sits on here. Well, to hold that in, this glass sits right on here on this rubber cushion, okay? You line it up how you want. Then you put this with the screw holes to side, okay? And you put these two, where are they at? You put these two screws in here, boom, boom, okay? Well, with it on there, I couldn't get it to go down and rotate. You know how, from here to here is the distance. But from here to here is longer, obviously, right? So I couldn't get it to go down in there. So I thought, well, let's take it apart and see what we can do. So I took this drip shield off and took the glass off. All right, and now it won't fit down in through here. What if we come up from underneath there? So we come up from underneath, and it wouldn't quite fit. I had to come over here and with a rasp, a rasp file, you know, or I think they call them a bastard file or whatever. It's kind of got a rounded curve to it right here. And I worked on that a little bit. Got back up in here, didn't fit, so worked on a little more, got in there, aha, perfect fit. All right, so now this fits just ding near perfect. Now, what I can do is just screw this framework into the wood, okay? Then you come along and you put the glass on here, you put this drip shield on here, boom, it's done basically, okay? All right, then I think what I'd like to do is cut a board. This is the piece that came out of there. Of course, there's the top 3/4 inch plywood that the acrylic is on. That's over by the trash can now, scrap pile. And this is the piece that is part of that box. Remember a long time ago I built the box, okay? So it was actually 2 layers of wood here, okay? So this piece would fit perfect in there. Then I got to thinking, wait a minute, if I put this in here, I'd want to glue it in, you know, make basically like a shelf to where this would just drop down in. Wait a minute, it won't drop down in, it's got to come out from the bottom. Ooh, just about goofed up there. Think through it, you know, before you do it. So, hey, that rhymed. I'm a poet and didn't know it. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some screws, basically just some old sheetrock. Well, it'll have to be very short screws because this is only 1/2 inch plywood, and if I screw into it, it goes out to the outside, then it makes a problem. I'm going to have to think on this just a little bit longer, but I think what I'm just going to do is put some screws underneath to where here's the wall, put some screws in, okay, and then this on the, that's an angle here, but bear with me, people. Okay, here's the wall and here's a screw, and then that would just sit. It would sit on those screws, see? And if you ever need to take it out, just take the screws out, drop it out from the bottom, okay? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I just got to think it over a little bit first before I actually do anything. Once you glue it, it's kind of almost permanent, you know, not permanent, but you know, it's hard to undo. So I think I'm going to go home. It's late in the afternoon. The sun's kind of going down now. I'm going to go home and ponder this. I do a lot of pondering. I'm going to ponder this a little bit and think of how I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll come up with a great idea in my dreams tonight. No. So anyway, that's what we've been doing. Sorry, you're a little bit out of frame here. I'm just going to knock you over. So anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go think about it a little bit and how to put these in here. And don't worry about the comments and everything, because by the time I get this video up, this will all be done. So I know, well, you got to do it this way, you do it this way. It's already done, you know, by the time I put the video up. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give you an idea what I've been doing here. I've been off for a couple weeks, and I got a big surprise coming up this next Friday. Yeah, I think, well, if this video comes out when I think it will be, it'll be next Friday. Big Friday, big surprise. I I don't know how to phrase it. Surprise, I don't know, I was surprised, I guess, but important video, put it that way. Important video coming up Friday. So with that said, I've blabbered on long enough. So ciao, see y'all later, and keep the shiny side up and the greasy side down.